Yeah.
Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video for you because the other day I dug out my pistol crossbow. Now I haven't used this for a good 18 months and had a couple of little shots with it. I really enjoyed it. So I had a little look online to see if they'd brought out anything new for them. Surprisingly, still they don't make good bolts for them. Now when I got my crossbow, that's one of the first things I did. As soon as I saw the bolts that come with them, and you know, they're good for what they are really. If you're aiming at large targets and you're not too worried about your accuracy, these are okay, and they're reasonably durable. But you'll never get, you'll never hit your mark time after time with these, because they're quite flexible. And this one's got a slight kink in it. You can hardly see it, but that's not going to be accurate. That's going to be hit and miss all the time. And actually just noticed that one's split. I mean, the cheapest chips, and you can literally buy hundreds of the things, but I wanted something a little bit more accurate, to be fair. I mean, I used to shoot compound bows and I used to make my own arrows. So what I did, I ended up buying an arrow shaft, cutting the shaft down and making my own. Now look at these puppies. They are the business. All identical, same weight, and obviously down to user error, but they'll go wherever I point them. Used, proper points that I used on my compound bow arrows. Now they work out a lot more expensive than these things, but the arrows that I've used for this, they're about £7 a shaft. I think they're Eastern Apollo carbon arrows, 5.7mm diameter shaft, which is a little bit slimmer than the cheap bolts. Now, the reason why I got these ones is because the inside diameter was about 4.17 or something daft like that, which was great because I could make a cheaper version with nails. Now these are 4mm nails and they fit really snug inside the shaft. I'll show you there, that's quite snug. So that's why I had to put some grooves in. So I put some grooves in the nail using a Dremel tool. So while it was spinning, I just turned the nail onto it and just did the grooves like that. So when it actually goes in the shaft with the hot melt on, it gives it something to adhere to. Now when it's cut down, they look like that.
Smoking!
And I inserted them so they stuck out about 1 inch. Now obviously the point isn't as nice as that when you get them. They've got angled edges on. So again, you put this little grinding tool in your Dremel, just hold it against it and turn it like that until you get your nice cone shape. And I did them all identical. So these are the first ones I made with the proper points. Unfortunately, because they don't make quality pistol crossbow bolts, I had to make my own flat end knock. So what I did on the cheaper ones, I'll just show you one which hasn't got any fletching on. In the end there, I've put a 4M nylon bolt. I just glued that in it and just sanded the end so it was reasonably flat, and that works perfect. You can see the point in there, that's the nail when it's stuck in. That's sticking out 1 inch. So the overall length compared to the standard bolts is just a little bit longer, but it is a little bit slimmer. Weight wise, obviously it's got a little bit more weight to it, but it's nicely balanced, whereas these are hit and miss. So that being said, I bought 4 shafts, and you can make 5 bolts out of a shaft. So there's another type I made, different fletchings on. Right, I have no idea what I'm filming because I'm filming on a Yi camera, so I can't see. So this is going to be a little bit hit and miss. So I'll glide it across, hoping you can see it. So that's those ones. I made some slightly different. With these I put a bit of shrink tube on the end, and then I put the fletchings onto the shrink tube, so they look a little bit jazzy. I mean, the beauty of these ones is you can aim these at tree stumps and they're easy to pull out. So that's those ones. Different fletchings again, but you know, they're all pretty much the same sort of weight. So yeah, now I have some quality shafts, and you know, you're never going to break these. The only thing you will have to do is occasionally, you know, your fletchings will come off, obviously, especially if you're shooting quite a lot at the same target. You're going to knock some fletchings off, and it's just a case of sticking them back on. You can use different fletchings as well, whichever you choose. You know, so there's a lot of options, and it's a lot better than using, you know, these cheapos. They're good for what they are, but if you want a bit more accuracy and you want to aim at something, you know, the size of a 10p piece, then it's best to make your own shafts. Now before I go, what I am going to do is, when the weather clears up, I'm going to take it outside and show you them in action. But there's one thing I want to show you first, just before I go. Now this part, I don't know if you can see this, I'm going to hold it as close as I can. This part that retains the bolt in the groove, one day this snapped on me, and you can't actually buy these. They don't sell the parts for them. Now, just in case this happens to any of you guys, I made this one out of a pair of tweezers. So I put the 2 parts that had broke together to get the general size of it and shape, and I just bent it. Now this is really easy to bend, but you've got to bend it as close and as accurate to the original, because it's what holds the lock there. You know, when you cock it and this locks back. I hope you can see that. Hold it as close as I can. It's all guesswork. And obviously I've got my little red dot sight on. I've got a longer pin sight on the front, which is just a broken Dremel tool. The reason why I still use that with the dot is, you know, you can't tell if you're left or right a little bit. So I line the dot up with the tip of that, and then I know it's in the same place every time. I'm going to need to replace my string soon because that's looking a bit worn. I'll put that serving on just to give it a bit more strength, but that's wearing down now, so that'll be time for a new one. But anyway, I shall have a little shoot outside, and then I'll join it up with this video, and we're good to go. Take it easy guys, catch you soon.